Ahoy friends, welcome to building the Alpha Dory. I'm Dan, and this is a project to build a Chamberlain racing dory from John Gardner's The Dory book. Illustrations by Sam Manning. This evening we'll be out in the shop, hopefully nailing on that last shear strake. So this is the last plank that needs to go on the boat. Anyway, let's get out there and get into it. Alright, so last video we got the port side nailed on, so now we're gonna get the starboard side fastened. And last video we also checked the strakes for level, but let's do that again because I've been out of the shop for a day. There you can see the level bubble, so we're good there, which means the strakes are the same height side to side. We also measured them last time after we checked that they were level, and they were within an 1/8 of an inch of each other. So we can we don't have to remeasure them. You know, the last time they were level, they were within an 1/8. So this time, if they're level, they're within an 1/8. All right, yeah. So let's see, I'll snag the drill. Looks like the nails are down here. There's the nails. Good. Excuse me. Yeah, so you can see it's definitely a cool one in the shop. I did light the oil burner, so that'll be taking the edge off out here. But yeah, definitely a chill evening. Alright, so let's get to it. Yeah, the other thing I'll want is I'll snag one of these. The other thing I'll want is a backing block. 10 pounds right here. This is great for riveting and okay for backing. Let's see. Where's the hammer at? There's a hammer. Here's the hammer right here. I actually didn't end up needing to use the nail set last night. Let's take another look at the ones in the transom, but the nails were going in well, so. So just like on the other side. That's good and tight there. Or that will come in good and tight. So I'm putting one nail through the top edge of the plank, and then a second nail through the top edge of the plank below it and this plank. My kind of greatest fear going into the stem there with this little drill is hitting a nail coming through from the other side and snapping the drill off. So I'm always a little bit wary about going in there. Put the backing block on there. There, that's good. So I'll put that second nail in. Clear the drill. Going into oak, these little drills especially like to the oak will kind of pack into the flutes of the drill there. And alright, looks great. Awesome. Yeah, it took the it's kind of a pain having the light down low over there because it's right in your eyes when you're trying to work, so I just kind of use the stem to block the light. Alright. So these frames, same deal as on the other side. I'm trying to go as low as I can in the plank without going into any sort of an overhang, which I don't think there's really any overhang along this plank. It has a tiny bit right here. So anyway, as low as I can without the nail coming out. If there's an overhang of this plank below the next one, I'll be able to trim the plank shorter if there's an overhang so that the plank edge follows the lap bevel. But let me make sure that I'm good back at the transom. Transom height is good, yeah, okay. So like we put two nails in the bow, but you can actually still move this board up and down if you had to get the transom in the right place. Once you get a nail here and a nail in the bow, then all of a sudden you can't move the board up and down, the plank. And even more so as you go further back. So I'll just line up with the frame. I'm trying to go through the plank, top edge of the plank below this one as well, so I'm nailing two planks with one nail. same with this one. Feels for any overhang, a little bit, not a lot. Get your head in there. Get your head in there so you can line up the sight. And I can see actually the nail below it that went into the frame. So I kind of got to double check there. And then down nice and low through this plank, through the next one, and into the oak. Yeah, definitely came off cold today. All the water that was kind of coming out of all the seeps along the road and flowing down storm drains, everything's frozen up, so it's kind of an interesting drive home from Essex. Sanders have been out, but even so, you know, there's a lot of black ice around. Like I said, we've had rain for the past, oh gosh, almost month. It's been gray and wet for the past 2 weeks, steady. And yeah, just lots of water around, which is, you know, all the newscasters and everything were talking about a drought 2 years ago, and, you know, catastrophic drought conditions and everything, and now we've got more water than we know what to do with. But I guess that's kind of how it goes. I need something to talk about. And yeah, but just good to have enough water. Well's not going dry. Alright. So yeah, thankful for that. But yeah, it'd be nice to see the sun once in a while too. I guess that's how it is when it's raining. You want the sun, and when there's a drought, you want the rain. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Too much, too little, just right. Alright, where did I put that? Backing block. There it is. Nice. Yeah, you may notice we got a bit of a gap here, and I could pull the plank in, but I think what I'm going to do is make up a little wedge to go in here, and then when we nail on the top edge of the shear strake, the wedge will get nailed in as well. It won't be a structural thing, but it'll allow this plank to maintain the sort of fair curve that it's got without trying to pull it. It really doesn't pull it that far out of fair to bring it in, but I think that's what we'll do. Alright, so let's see if we can yeah, my sister may be on Antiques Roadshow this evening. So hoping to get done in time to catch an episode of that. Alright, so we're still good back at the transom. Yeah, that kerosene heater feels good. I can feel it throwing heat from here. Oh, good. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6 nails left. So 5 nails after this one. And then 3 nails after the 2 in the transom. But we're actually going to put 3 in the transom, so I got to put 1 on the other side. So we may have 1 nail left over. Oh, that's awesome. And I just found a nail. I just picked a nail up off the planer, so that's probably why we got 1 and not 9. That's good. Yeah, so the trick is not to put the drill in so close to either side of the the frame that the nail splits it out. Alright, let me get some light down here. Also catch top edge of this next plank. This last one. kept thinking like, oh, probably the last nail is going to get messed up or bent over or something. But those went in just fine, and then all of a sudden my little brain realized that there's one more nail to put in on the other side on the transom. So let's go do that, and here's hoping I don't mess it up. Yeah, it is just so nice down here under the loft where the stove is putting out the heat. Comfortable down here. Alright. Okay. And like I said, one nail left in the box. So we'll have something to show to the guys over at Amesbury Industrial, see if they want to order me some up. Or I may even try going back to Rose Marine, see if I can talk him into ordering another batch. Otherwise I'll probably end up calling Jamestown, ordering a couple pounds from them. So here we are, a planked alpha dory, ready to get riveted. Put the last 2 planks worth of rivets in it. Anyway, yeah, I'd say that's a good achievement, and we'll, like I say, move on to riveting pretty quick. There's quite a few other things we can start doing now as well. We got to get out some wood for the seat risers, which is a much shorter plank, but it's basically another plank on the boat. It's ceiling, more or less. Runs along either side on the inside of the frames, and the seats land on that board, and it adds a ton of stiffness to the hull as well, because it's like a second skin. So, and that's a pretty fairly wide board, beefy board. And then I guess it'll be time to start cutting wood to block in the frames, block in the rails. So yeah, I'm just loving the shape of this boat. You can see how sharp she is at the waterline, and then the way that first frame just flares the sides. So it's gonna knock down the spray like crazy. And midships, when you put the when you put the bottom down on this thing, it looks like a surfboard, it's about the size of it, or a kayak. But, and then even the next 3 planks don't add a lot of volume to the boat, but it's those last 2 planks that just fill it out. And yeah, we came out real nice back here at the transom. You can see how tight that plank came into the transom, and there's the tumble home that we cut into it. So you can see how the boards, the transom sort of has a bit of a reverse curve at the top where the last 2 boards go on, last 2 planks. And yeah, eventually we'll finish the top edge of that transom. We'll cut the extra wood off. And yeah, you'll see how so a fair amount of that wood's going to get cut off, but we'll leave quite a bit of that to make the sculling notch as well. And it's nice to have the transom bigger than needed so that you've got room to get those planks in and a good surface to clamp to really stabilize the transom. And we ended up coming in pretty good up at the stem too. So yeah, you can see the height of the planks at the stem is, you know, this plank, the inside edge is the same height as the inside edge on this plank, and then so their outside edges are about the same height, and yeah, it's you know, it's a lot of that's aesthetics, but yeah, you can see it's a nice even symmetrical bow. So yeah, looking good. Alright, and here it is with the clamps off. I just yanked the clamps off so you can actually see the shear better without the clamps on there. So you can see the way we built this boat, we let the plank below dictate where the knuckle starts. And then and you basically let the fair bend of each plank kind of shape the boat as you come up. Now, to me, that's a lot easier way to do it than to try and get all the frames faired with one another, you know, before you even start planking. And you know, just let each plank determine where the frame is and where the knuckle is for the next plank up, and the boat really kind of puts itself together in a smooth and fair way. And yeah. Oops. Thanks so much for stopping by Building the Alpha Dory. A massive thank you to everyone who has liked, subscribed, supported the channel in so many ways. Yeah, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. So yeah, thanks for stopping in, and hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next episode. Bye.